On this International Day of Happiness, I am very privileged to invite in this happiness conversation a distinguished guest who is the founder of AHA Education and Happy Learners Foundation. He is the Chief Smile Officer and author of 4 books, and the most important of all, has made over 400 videos on happiness during lockdown. An amazing thing. Please welcome Mr. Sunny Nagpal. Welcome Sunny Nagpal ji to this happiness conversation, and I'm really privileged and happy that you're a part of this happiness journey, which I intend to take it forward by spreading this happiness of whatever message that you convey to everybody across to the world.
Thank you so much. We are all lucky and we are the most blessed on the planet in the history ever, in million ways. But we don't know, we don't realize. And I am learning this art of realizing this and spreading smiles. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your time for this happiness conversation meeting. And before I go ahead, in my room where I am now and sitting and speaking to you, there are happiness bubbles everywhere. And they are giving me a lot of energy to spread happiness through this happiness conversation. And I also likewise think that likewise in your room as well, where you're sitting, there would be many more happiness bubbles that would be giving you a lot of energy that you spread your happiness to others in your own way.
We are lucky and we are surrounded by angels. We are surrounded by super vibes. So let us tune in like the radio channel to happiness.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, sir, I would like to ask you, how do you help children to build their early leadership and help them to blossom?
So this is a very copied idea I learned from Dr. Kiran Bedi. And I was the founder member of Navjyoti Bal Gurukul. So ma'am announced, Sunny, Children's University banani hai. I said, okay. But then I thought, ma'am, I don't know, how is it possible in a slum, run by the children, for the children? How is it possible? There is no qualified teachers, etc. But then visionaries and spiritual souls declare, and it happens. So earlier there was a comparison between a Navjyoti child and a non-Navjyoti child in the slum. Because Navjyoti child will be neatly dressed and little well behaved, bathing every day, respecting parents. Good. But then after Navjyoti Bal Gurukul, they started teaching the other children in the slums whom Navjyoti could not reach to. So then there was a clear difference between a Navjyoti child and a Navjyoti Bal Gurukul child. Once they start giving, they learn to be givers, happy, ambassadors, and they become leaders naturally because they learn time management. Usko subah mummy ko help bhi karni hai. They have to help their parents in the morning. They have to go to school. They have to come back, attend Navjyoti, then do household work, and then teach other children in the slums who were not getting Navjyoti. So learning by doing, learning by giving, Sikho Sikhao, Padho Padhao happened in the slums effortlessly. And there were 750 children teaching 8,500 children. They became leaders naturally, without extra funding, without volunteers, without the so-called foreign degree holders or PhDs. Nothing was required. They were better than us, they were givers. And they were running Swachh Abhiyans much before Modi ji launched it. They were doing Sakshar Abhiyan with the parents much before India thought of it. So that is the power of children. They could make presentations on drug abuse, community problems through IntelLearn programs. They used to give presentations to diplomats. So that was the power and good work being done at Navjyoti India Foundation in early 2009, 10, 11. So that's how this movement began. 2013, it was in full flow. And then we started growing and growing and growing. We could see children blossom, bloom wherever you are planted. They proved it right. They used to teach yoga, they used to teach singing, they used to teach dancing, they used to talk about IT, they used to learn Excel, teach Excel, and they reached Cognizant, Infosys, Ganga Hospital, and many other places just by giving. They contribute their salaries for those children who cannot afford their higher education, who cannot afford to buy a laptop. To the most deserving ones, they'll contribute 2,000, 1,000, 500. They'll run fundraisers. So that is the power of service, power of volunteering, power of giving. So that is the secret of happiness also.
Very correct. And I'm sure you would agree, Sunny, that if children are taught leadership skills at a very, very young age and they blossom side by side, they turn out to be a better human being than the other children who may not be privileged enough. Even if they are well educated, they may not be privileged enough to have those skills which the kind of children that you have taken in your fold and through the foundation, given them all the kind of leadership qualities and leadership skills and enabling them to really blossom at a very, very young age. So it's a really commendable thing, and I hope this kind of effort or activity is still going on and enabling India to be a better country in terms of the children of the future, or the leaders of the future, if I may say.
Yes, poverty is the best MBA, and they proved that so effortless. They were happier, they were more content, they were satisfied, they were hardworking. They did not take anything for granted. They had more respect for teachers.
Very true.
So I'm sure we are going to have a beautiful future. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Taking this journey of future leaders, blossoming them, then how does happiness play a very important role in building the character of people? But more so, if I may bring it down more granular to, again, children, because if you see, our education system is something which is of the industrial age, and it is still till today focused on only marks and getting super high percentages. The highest of the percentages are also falling short of getting admissions in good colleges. So how do you see that as the happiness playing a very significant role?
Happiness is very, 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 very important. In fact, the most important. Because if I am empty, I will not be happy. If I am empty, I will not be performer. If I am empty, I'll be greedy because I want more and more and more and more. And if I'm not connected to the mentors, then I'm like, this screw without a nut. So connect to your mentors, connect to God, connect to higher values to stay grounded. And if you're not happy, you'll always be loose in your day-to-day activities. You will not be efficient. So it is important to clear up your glass instead of just blaming the world. I'm unhappy because of someone. I'm unhappy because of something. Because if you are happy, you're bound to be unhappy also. Realize, I am happiness. So wear your glass of happiness forever. Don't remove it. Because in sleep, subconsciously you are happy, ocean of happiness. Otherwise, constantly be in that state. Let's resolve to be happy. Because happy children are productive children. Happy employees are productive employees. Happy employees can alone ensure happy customers.
Absolutely.
So very, very important. Charge yourself every day with happiness. So it's very easy and simple. There are no comparisons between your two children because one may be an apple, the other may be a cucumber. One may be costly, the other may be little lesser priced, but it's fine. There is no comparison. There is no comparison between you and me. I am a little child celebrating my life here with my mindset, with my values. And you are sitting in a court stylishly with your happy bubbles, with your happy tunes. Our favorite songs may be different, but what matters is the essence. And the essence is happiness. Just like you go to a sweet shop, you may see gulab jamun, rasgulla, all kinds of desserts, but the essence is only sugar and milk.
Absolutely.
Or ghee. So,
And
essence matters.
to add to what you have said, I also follow this philosophy that everybody who has come into this world is very unique. So when you compared or when you brought out an apple and a cucumber, each one is unique in their own way. Each one has come down with a different purpose in life, and everyone is doing it in their own way, spreading happiness in whatever way they can.
And irrespective of the salary, irrespective of the marks, my heart matters. Heartfulness matters. End of the day, our heart should be happy and peaceful. We may excel in different things, but we are special. We are born to be happy, to grow, not just materially, but spiritually. Not just intellectually, but emotionally. Let's expand. Let's practice kindness and compassion. And everything can be dealt with peace. Peace is equal to happiness.
Very correct. Very correct. Sunny, you're the founder of AHA Education. In very brief, can you tell us what is this AHA Education? And you could just share that.
So Apple fell down and it was a eureka moment.
Yes.
So we designed those AHA moments in school. We are the innovative partner in schools and we train teachers on transformative habits. Because we say, stop teaching, start transforming. So we believe that AHA experiences are possible in everything we do. Inside classroom, outside classroom. For teaching staff, for non-teaching staff. Let us make life a celebration. Make learning a festival. And that's what we do with schools.
Wonderful. That's really amazing. Because if you heard me telling you just before this conversation that the students are more focused on marks, more focused on getting good percentages. Where is the happiness at all? Because every time they are just studying and doing nothing else. Play is something which is far-sighted thing for them. And when you bring elements of AHA moment in terms of transforming the education that is taught, whether it's within the four walls or outside, an impact which is very, very great, not only on the minds, but also on the growth, on the values and the beliefs that are inculcated in children at a very young age to move forward. So it's really amazing that AHA Education is really doing a great job. All right. And taking this further, I would ask you, what is the message that you would like to share with people regarding happiness in their life?
Stop controlling others. This is for non-living things. When you stop controlling others, you are happy. And don't put the key to your happiness into someone else's pocket. So let your happiness be in your hands. Take charge. Stop complaining. Start appreciating. Because ये ठीक नहीं है, वो ठीक नहीं है. This is not good, that is not good. somewhere that takes away all that. We have an interesting habit in the management. Why is important? Why are you doing a particular thing? Good, but don't apply in wrong places. Why me? Why this to me? Why only me? Or why is this happening? Why is that happening? Don't ask why. Know self, love self, celebrate self. This happens when you start accept. Acceptance makes everything celebration. Acceptance is equal to happiness. Don't struggle for happiness. Stop doing all that is taking away happiness. One is complaining. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Thank you so much for, in fact, I would say enlightening me with those nuggets which you have said or shared in this happiness conversation. So very beautifully depicted by the objects you showed while you were speaking on certain points that you were elaborating on happiness. And it's really so very beautifully explained by you, but using the least amount of words and sharing happiness. So thank you so much for your time, for sharing all the beautiful things, and may we spread happiness in our own way to the world and make the world a better place to live in. Thank you once again.